Good evening, everyone. In my little mug. Well, actually, it ain't mine, it's my daughter's. But, today is what? June 7th, and it's like 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. It is 9:04 at night, and it is June 7th. So, I do apologize for any inconvenience, but I am a broke beer, so therefore I have no money. So, I'm going to try to do this as civilized as possible. Anyway, uh, hello everyone, and it's the evening. As you can see, it's getting dark outside. Um, yes, I'm still broke. Nothing, no changes. Everything's still the same. My legs are still hurt, and I'm in my dog's bed at this point because I can't even make it to mine. So I decided to scooch my booty up in this one and sit back and watch a movie. And I'm drinking my chamomile tea. Let me flash that to you real quick. I don't want to spill it, so I do apologize. So I got a chamomile. I don't know if you can see that. Did it make it through? Chamomile and peppermint, everybody. Um, so that's my tea for tonight. I weighed myself today. I'm at 262. And I think that's like 15 pounds or something or another. You can see the reflection in my colossus. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. That's wonderful. Anywho, I'm not editing. This is all in real life. This is all in real play. Um, T lost some weight. I don't know when I made my last video, about a week ago. I'm supposed to be making videos like 2 or 3 times a day because trying to show you the struggle of what I'm going through. But I'm trying to get it together, people. I'm trying to get it together. Pretty soon, I'm going to start showing you the scale and the way my house is and just everything. It's just a matter of getting it together. I got kids in the background, dogs in cages. I outgrew my home. I'm recording. I outgrew my home, so everything is crowded. The garage is overstuffed and shit everywhere. And I don't mean like a hoarder. It's just, let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. Let me see if you can see that. Oh, I can see that. Packed. See? Packed. Everything's packed. So, I apologize for the movement of the camera. I'm actually holding my camera. I'm struggling. See, I'm laying in bed. Well, I'm not laying in bed. I'm sitting back up against the wall with my legs straighten out because I'm in a lot of pain and she's upset. Chi Chi is very upset because she is in a cage and I don't never put Chi Chi in her spot. So Chi Chi is actually teary-eyed and very upset that she's got to sit in there for a good hour while I heal my knees because I've been up and about. I woke up sick today. I threw up actually. And when I say I throw up, it was more like a dry gag. I didn't actually puke. I had the runs. I don't know. I had like a stomach bug. I don't know if that's even, I don't know. It could be the tea. Listen, I was at Chi Chi. Enough. No. So, what is the reason for this video? Oh, to pat myself on the back, I lost about 15 to 16 pounds, somewhere around there. Because I was at almost two, let's say 280, almost 280. And now I'm at 262. I weighed myself today. I have been eating healthy. I'm going to get my shit together. You guys really need to see what's going on with me. Because, shh! Chi-Chi wants to get out the cage. But Chi-Chi is PMSing. And I'm not letting Chi-Chi nowhere near me at this moment. Because she is creepy. Like, I wish I could turn this camera around so you guys can see what I'm talking about. She stares at me like she wants to wear me like a bodysuit. Chi-Chi is too... She has that separation anxiety, and it's creepy. And when she's on her period, I don't mess with Chi-Chi. I put little undies on her and all kinds of stuff, but I need a break too, and she don't need to be wearing undies the whole time. So I put like a potty pad towel thing for her inside the cage, and when she takes a break, she takes a break. If she doesn't like it, no, Chi Chi. She's gonna be crying. I do apologize. But I got my tea for tonight, which is chamomile and peppermint. I already said that like 1,000 times. I'm a repeater, guys. I'm a repeater. The reason I do that is because I have developed a habit of repeating myself 5 times and more because my kids are hard-headed as shit. So, should I make this a story time? I don't know. I don't know. Should I? There's a lot of conversations I would like to have on here. It's weird. Weird conversations, but a lot of the conversations I would like to have. There's just a lot of stuff going on. And I've outgrown this home. I've lived here for almost 10 years now. Literally, this is my 9th year. Next year it'll be 10 years. So I'm just waiting for my son to graduate, the littlest one, and I will have all of my children out of school. And I did it by myself. No father, no family. I had no friends. I did it by myself. And I think I did a good job, even though my kids are disrespectful as shit. They're not unruly. They're actually great people. They think they could talk to me crazy because I'm always flipping the hell out. But given the circumstances, I could have did a better job, but my mental health wasn't all there. And to throw 5 kids at a person that was mental health and just young mind, like, how do I put it? I want to say young minded because I was very mature. I'm very mature. I just didn't know any better. I really didn't have no guidance. I had to learn everything on my own. I really had no type of guidance. I wish I did, though. It's important to have people in your corner. But I was just one of those people that's always been by myself. I've never really had anybody in my corner. Because even the person that you trust the most betrays you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I, sorry about that. So, I don't know. The point is, I did it. I'm not out just yet, because I'm still waiting for him to graduate. But I did it. Now, my goals. Yes, at my age, I still have goals. Hey, you can't stop moving until you croak. And I don't know when I expire, but until then, I'm gonna keep it pushing. I want to look younger, because I look old. See them hoods over my eyes? See, look at all that. I want to get rid of that. How do I get rid of that? If anybody has any advice, please let me know, because I would like to start to see what I can do with that. The reason for that, don't start with the, oh my God, you look fine just the way you are. Nobody cares. I don't care. These are things that I want to do because, first of all, that shit's heavy. That's heavy. I can feel that weight on my eyes. Like, I need that. That actually develops headaches. Excuse my language. This heaviness right here pushes it creates like this Neanderthal look right here, like a sloped forehead type. And this is not graceful aging. You know what I mean? It's not graceful aging, people. And I love me. I love me. I love the way I am. I love who I am. I love how I am. But the puffiness. And you know what concerns me? The concern about the whole thing is my health. So this is something that means something. I don't know exactly yet, but that's why I eliminated the food. Like today I had a chicken sandwich for lunch, and for dinner I had a tuna sandwich. I drink water. Okay, today I cheated and I had one of those little not little. I had a can of pop. That's probably one of the reasons why my eyes are puffy. But I don't drink pop like that. I don't drink pop at all. I think when's the last time I drank pop? Um, well, I stopped drinking pop for a few years, and then I think I picked up pop here in the last year, and then I stopped drinking it for a while within the last few months, and I picked it up again about a couple weeks ago. It was the stress why I picked up the pop, by the way. Financial stress is why I picked up the pop. So every time I get financially stressed, I catch myself drinking and eating stuff that I shouldn't, because I'm an emotional eater and I know that much. So this is a health to me. When you see stuff like this, I understand that I'm aging, but it's that my eyes bulge out and I feel like I have high blood pressure. Now, I have been to the doctor. They say I'm fine, but I know something is wrong. And it's the stuff that I eat. It's all the things that I eat. So see this? This is not normal, people. When you start getting this right here, that means you're eating something that's causing this. Aside from the fact that you're aging, you shouldn't just go from a eyelid like this to like over flapping you like this, and then it swells up and it looks like water bags, and that's not, I don't know what's going on there, which is the reason why I'm slowly cutting out my coffee. I do not drink cream. I think I drink my last creamer. I actually caved in a little bit ago and bought me a bottle, and it was a regular size bottle. It wasn't the super jumbo size neither. I don't buy the jumbo. It's one of those little bottles, and I think that hit me up for like a good week's worth of coffee. So that was it for me, because for the next 6 months I'm done with that. So I'm gonna knock down my little apple tree of tea bags, because I'm gonna show you that. I got a cute little apple container where I put my teas in. And I'm gonna knock that. It has peppermint, chamomile, green teas, and peach, and ginger, and I think it has two more, but I don't remember exactly what I have. But I mostly drink my chamomile and my teas, and I have lemons and limes, and I like to use my limes like around dinner time, and I use my lemons more like in a breakfast, and I don't use it at night for my teas because of my teeth. So, and that's another thing. I want to take care of my teeth. I want to take care of my eyes. I want to look like I aged backwards in 6 months with the proper foods. And this is just an experiment for me. Now, I'm going to show you all the little things that I'm concerned about. See this? So there's things I want to do for this. That was because I'm always to my kids, right? This, of course, is the aging. This is the aging. And I really don't have much here. And it just looks like I went from 20, 30, 40, 50. Like, for a minute there, I thought I was 80 years old. You know? Mm. No sugar, by the way. I don't have nothing in there but water and tea bags. This is it. 2 tea bags and a cup of hot boiling water. So the reason I was just waiting for my tea to cool down so I could start drinking it, and there we go. We started doing that. And then afterwards, I used the tea bags to put on my eyes. So to see if that helps. So the chamomile, whatever I'm using, I'll just like, after I'm drinking my tea, I'll like squeeze it out a little and let it sit on my face for about 10 minutes. And we'll see if that starts working. There's so much going on. I wish I could just say, I borrowed my mom's car. This is off subject. I borrowed my mom's car to drive to the pharmacy to get some meds for my knees that the doctor had prescribed for me. And as I'm driving, it was so hot in her car, so I didn't want to turn on her AC because, it uses gas, blah, blah, blah. So I opened the window. So my mom has her little face mask hanging on her little stick, uh, turning signal light switch. Excuse me. I apologize. Excuse me. And as I'm opening the window, the suction of the air sucks the mask out of the car. And this one lady is tailgating me from behind. And she pulls up next to me and starts screaming at me at the top of her lungs that she saw me throw this mask out, that she's got me on camera. And I'm like, I didn't throw no mask out. The mask flew out on its own. It was an accident. And she insisted that she's got me on camera, so she turns her whole camera to catch me on camera. And then she's like screaming at the top of her lungs, going off. I mean, veins popping. It was a white lady. For the record, for everybody to know, it was a white lady. I'm pretty sure her name was Karen. She looked like the same Karen that just constantly just racist. I ended up quitting. I quit my job because she was, for 3 whole weeks, she kept making racist remarks under her breath. And when I told my boss about it, he took her aside and said I was full of shit. And they tried to reverse the whole thing on me. And it's all on camera. And I asked them to put it on camera. I had one of the other employees vouch for me that she was saying shit. And I just decided, you know what? It's best for everybody for you to keep your space and I'll go keep mine. Because I'm better off keeping my peace and not being around toxic people like that. Because in the long run, that shit will bite you in the ass. Now, I have said some wild shit back in the past day, but I was pushed to that. Eventually, we'll get there. We'll talk about it, and we'll get there. But back to what I was saying. So she's going off. I'm pretty sure it was the same lady. It had to been her. I believe it was her. The reason I believe it was her is just it's a coincidence. You two look so much alike. I'm not gonna say all white people look alike, but it was the same chick. And she just pulled up beside me, screaming at the top of her lungs. Got me on camera. Oh, I saw you throw another. I mean, dude, she damn near. We were driving 25 miles an hour while she's screaming at me, and I'm like this, driving. I'm like, I didn't throw the mess out the window. Yes, you did. I was like, oh my God. If there's one thing I hate is when people tell you you did something you didn't do. I don't give a fuck. I just put the window up on her. Anywho, my tea for the night. Talking rambling crappy shit. I want to look better than what I look now. I believe I'm a beautiful person. I mean, if you really look, the angles, the only thing I don't like is if you look from down here, I still think I'm pretty. It's not that I'm ugly. See, I think I'm fine. I'm not an ugly person. It's just, and I'm not trying to be with anybody. I don't want to be with a MFing person. I don't. Not one person. I want to be by myself. I like being by myself. I'm actually in love being by myself. I'm dating myself. I'm taking care of myself. I could wake up when I want, go to sleep when I want, go to work when I want, eat what I want, and nobody, and I mean absolutely nobody. Well, what are you doing? Because though, I mean, I remember being in a relationship. I felt one time I was feeling down and I went and took a shower, put on some makeup, put on some fresh clothes, interrogating me. If I start cooking, mm, if it ain't to what they like to eat, oh, it's not. I mean, I've actually been slapped for cooking the wrong food. I had my face shoved in a bowl of food because I stopped cleaning and wanted to eat something. Took a break, sat down for a minute, and he walked in and was screaming about the floor's not mopped and the water was prepared. The mop bucket was right there. I had the mop in my hand. I was just sitting down for a minute. I put the mop up against the wall and I made myself a can of SpaghettiOs and I sat down and I turned on the TV and he walks in, literally smacks me so hard, grabs me by my hair and shoves the whole bowl into my face. Throws me onto the floor and tells me I need to clean that shit up and mop the floor. because I wasn't mopping when he came in. Listen, I'm happy being by myself. I'm very happy being by myself. I don't have to deal with that. And the reason I flip out now, I just couldn't take it anymore when my kids started disrespecting me. So I started flipping out. Now I cuss like a sailor, which I shouldn't. And I should have a male figure around, but what male figure am I going to have around? My dad's an asshole, deadbeat. He decided to go fuck around on my mom. And he was an abusive motherfucker. He used to beat the shit out of my mom. Damn, I'm just telling everything, huh? What's in this tea? I'm spilling it all. It's abuse. It's an abusive. It's just recovering. I'd rather be by myself because I'm recovering at the age of 42. Recovering from emotional abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse, spiritual abuse, just financial abuse. And it's really hard because raising my kids with all these problems, I'm praying to God that I did something right. Because I know my kids ain't right. But I'm praying that I did something right. And then I tried. It's not like I didn't try. It wasn't like, oh, I'm scared to be alone. No, I mean, people push, oh, you need to be with somebody. You need to have somebody in those kids. And it's just the being pushed into a relationship. And then the wanting to have a life. I wanted to have a life. I wanted to go out. I wanted to go to movies. Let's go out to a restaurant. I was work. Man, listen. I am the happiest I have ever been in my entire life. Sitting on my ass. Even though my knees are hurt. Sitting here on my ass. I'm at peace. My kids are all in their rooms. Everybody's got their own shit going on. I am financially stable. I am an emotional stable. I am no longer depressed. I can never say when I wasn't depressed. I remember being a child and being sad and heartbroken as a kid. I remember I used to sit in class and stare off into space and just be troubled. As a child, watching my dad beat my mom, I was raped by the neighbor. This is an ongoing situation. My brother was abusive towards me because he used to watch my dad beat my mom, and then he would beat me. I didn't finish school, and I'm intelligent. I don't think I'm stupid, but I don't think I'm smart. My last relationship got me for $90,000. Yes, you heard right. $90,000, and I spent almost a whole year in a homeless shelter. And I had 3 different surgeries while I was in the homeless shelter because I had a hernia surgery, I had a hysterectomy, and then I had an intestinal surgery or some shit like that. What was it? Hernia. And then I couldn't move. They had me in like this bed in the homeless shelter with all 5 of my kids. And the guy that I was with kidnaps me and tries to force me to sleep with him in the car because I was whoring. According to him, I was sleeping around with other men. I was whoring. I had just gotten out the hospital from all 3 surgeries. Major surgeries. These weren't little surgeries. I'm talking about where I was posted in the hospital for weeks at a time, and then they would let me go home. The mental abuse was way too much. And just sitting here, and I have like this biggest smile on my face because I'm thinking about all the shit that I let myself go through. Because if I would have known better, I promise you I would have never went through that. No, you got me fucked up. If I would have had not the strength, I don't think I was weak. I think it was because of the love that I had for that man. That was the reason why shit kept happening. Because I was in love with him. Not because I was weak-minded. Not because I was dumb. Not because I was immature or stupid. It was the fact that I loved him and I cared about him and I to kept trying. He was toxic as fuck, man. Toxic. And when I say toxic, toxic is a nice way to put it. Just disgustingly disturbing. To anybody out there that's going through anything with anyone and you know that you're not doing nothing wrong, I need you to get yourself together. Put your big person pants on, because at this point you can't tell who's a man, who's a woman. So let's say big person's pants on, and tie your shoelaces and think about what you're going to do and go do it. Don't stay in a situation like that, because when he took that money from me and I ended up in the homeless shelter, he was still harassing me in the homeless shelter. It was just ongoing. It went on till 2020. It went on till the pandemic hit. And then I was like, yeah, no more. I gave it all up. As soon as that 2020 hit, it ended on his birthday. He ended it. He ended it. Well, I ended it several times before, but it just kept reoccurring, of course, right? So the last time was when he ended it. I took it as, finally, he let me go. I'm going to run. When he said,